Hello children, this video class is an initiative of Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. I am Shravya Vyas and I gladly welcome you all to my class. Today we shall be doing chapter 10 Soils of India part 2. We have already covered the explanation part of this chapter. Today we shall just summarize this whole chapter and do the book work and copy work of the same. Okay? I request all of you to open your text page 68 and let us now proceed with soils of India. So what is a soil? Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth's surface in which plants grow. And what is soil made of? Soil is made up of minerals, humus, living organisms, gases and water content. Okay? So let us now have a look at the importance of soil as a natural resources. How is soil important? As you can see, all plants grow in soil and all living things on the earth depend on the soil for their food, because all living things get their food from plants. And the second importance is we depend on soil for shelter. How is that? Because in many villages people use mud to make the walls of their houses, and because soil is used to make houses, we depend on soil for shelter. And the third use is we depend on soil for our clothes. Why? Because we get clothes from plants like cotton and jute. And where do these cotton and jute plants grow? They grow in soil. And the fourth use is for agriculture. And how is agriculture dependent on soil? Because all the crops grow in soil, and most of the Indian people, we depend on agriculture for our occupation, that is to earn income. Most of the Indians, they depend on agriculture, and that is why they say we depend on soil for agriculture, that is to earn our livelihood. So these are the four factors as to why soil is an important natural resource. I repeat, 1, it is used for food, 2nd, shelter, 3rd, clothes, and 4th, agriculture. Now what is the next point here? We shall now talk about formation of soil. That is, how is soil formed? Soil is formed when rain, flowing water and the roots of plants, what do? They break big sized rocks into smaller medium sized pebbles, and these are further broken down into tiny bits of soil. So first big rocks, then it is broken down to medium sized pebbles and then into tiny bits of soil. Okay? And remains of dead plants and animals, when they mix with the soil, it makes the soil more fertile. Let us now take a look at types of soil. There are 6 types of soil. What are they? 1, alluvial soil, 2, black soil, 3, red soil, 4, laterite soil, 5, desert soil, and 6, mountain soil. Now let us take a quick look at the details of the different types of soil. The first type of soil is alluvial soil. Where is alluvial soil found? Alluvial soil is found in northern plains. So what happens is, the Himalayan rivers, as they flow through the northern plains, they bring with them alluvium or silt. They bring with them silt or alluvium. This alluvium makes the soil of the northern plains fertile, and that is why the northern plains is considered one of the most fertile regions of the world. And this alluvial soil is suitable for the cultivation of rice, wheat, sugarcane, pulses, oil seeds and jute. And our second type of soil is black soil. And black soil is formed. How is black soil formed? Black soil is formed from the lava that comes out of volcanoes. That is the red liquid that comes out of the volcanoes. Okay? So, black soil is formed from the lava that comes out of volcanoes, and it is suitable for the cultivation of cotton and sugarcane. Our next type of soil is red soil. Okay? Red soil is not as fertile as black soil, but it can be made fertile if we add manure to it, and red soil is suitable for the agriculture of jowar, bajra and groundnut. And the next type of soil is laterite soil, and laterite soil is rich in the minerals aluminium and iron. Okay? And laterite soil is good for the crops such as tea, coffee, spices, coconut and rubber. The fifth type of soil is desert soil, and desert soil is made up of sand, and because it is made up of sand, it cannot hold much water. Okay? And because of that, desert soil is not so fertile. And the sixth type of soil is mountain soil. Mountain soil is very rich in humus. What is humus? Humus is the dead remains of plants and animals, and the minerals present in the humus make the mountain soil very fertile. And the kind of vegetation that is suitable in mountain soil is apple, pear, peach and plum. These types of plants grow very well in mountain soil. So, we finished the 6 types of soil. We shall now proceed to soil erosion. Okay. What is soil erosion? What is soil erosion? The removal of the fertile top layer of the soil by wind and water is called soil erosion, and this makes the land very infertile. Okay? Why? Because top fertile layer is removed in soil erosion, and because of that it makes the soil very infertile. Okay? Roots of plants hold the soil together and prevent soil erosion. So, the more trees you grow, the more fertile the soil is, and the more soil erosion can be prevented, because trees play an important role in holding the soil together. That is, the roots of plants and trees help in holding the soil together and thus preventing soil erosion. That is why deforestation or cutting down of trees is one of the main causes of soil erosion. Let us now take a look at the different methods as to how soil erosion can be prevented. The first method is planting trees or afforestation. Like I said before, the more plants or trees you grow, the better it is to prevent soil erosion. The second method is covering bare farmland with grass or dried vegetation. That is, when you see an empty land or empty farm, what do? We cover the empty land or farm with dried grass or dried vegetation. That way, wind and water cannot erode the soil. The third method is terrace farming. What is terrace farming? Terrace farming is the method of growing plants on hillsides. Okay, we grow crops on hillsides by cutting steps on the hills. Okay, by cutting steps on the hills, by cutting steps in the hills, we prevent soil erosion, and in these steps crops are grown. Okay, so these are the different methods of preventing soil erosion. And the last method is building embankments along river banks. Okay, so what happens is, when you build embankments, what are embankments? Embankments are high walls, strong walls that are built on the either side of the river, so that way it prevents the river water from flooding the surrounding area and thus preventing soil erosion. So children, this concludes the explanation part of the chapter. We shall now proceed to the bookwork and copywork of the chapter. So children, I want you to now open your book page number 71. Open page 71 and we shall start with the book work. Exercise A, fill in the blanks. Question 1, soil is an important dash resource. So the answer is soil is an important natural resource. Question 2, the dash soil of the northern plains is very fertile. So the answer is the alluvial soil of the northern plains is very fertile. Question 3, cotton grows best in dash soil. So cotton grows best in black soil. Question 4, desert sand contains mainly dash and is not fertile. So the answer is desert soil contains mainly sand and is not fertile. Now come to exercise B of page 71. Write T for true and F for false statements. Question 1, soil is made by breaking up of rocks. It is a true statement. So write T beside it. Question 2, black soil is more fertile than red soil. This is also a true statement. So write T here. Question 3, mountain soil is very fertile. It is a true statement. So write T beside it. Question 4, soil erosion can be controlled by planting trees. This is also a true statement and hence write T beside it. Now come to match the following, page 71. Question 1, desert soil. Where is desert soil found? It is found in Rajasthan and Gujarat. So beside Rajasthan, write 1. Question 2, laterite soil. What are the kind of crops that grow well in laterite soil? It is coffee, tea and spices. So beside coffee, I want you to write 2 here. Question 3, black soil. Cotton is very suitable to be grown in black soil. So beside cotton, I want you to write 3. Question 4, red soil. What type of crops grow well in red soil? Jowar and bajra grow well in red soil. Question 5, alluvial soil. Rice grows well in alluvial soil. So beside rice, I want you to write 5. Okay. Now let's come to page 72, multiple choice questions. Open your text, page 72, and we shall proceed with multiple choice questions. Question 1, which of these soils is best for growing rice? Answer is, options are A, alluvial soil, B, red soil, C, laterite soil and D, black soil. So rice grows well in alluvial soil. So put a tick in A. Question 2, which of these encourages soil erosion? A, terrace farming, B, afforestation, C, cutting down of trees and D, building embankments along river banks. So if you notice, terrace farming, afforestation and building embankments along river banks, they are the methods of preventing soil erosion. But encouraging soil erosion, cutting down of trees encourages soil erosion. So besides C, I want you to tick C here. Question 3, where will you expect to find alluvial soil? A, on hills, B, in a desert, C, in plains far away from rivers and D, in deltas formed by rivers. So the correct answer is D. So put a tick in D and the answer is in deltas formed by rivers. Question 4, which crop grows best in laterite soil? Options are A, rice, B, jowar and bajra, C, tea and coffee and D, wheat. And the correct answer is C, tea and coffee. Question 5, which of these soils is naturally very rich in humus? As we had learned, mountain soil is very rich in humus. The various options are A, alluvial soil, B, mountain soil, C, black soil and D, red soil, and the correct option is B, mountains. Let us now start with the copy work. Your first question is define humus. What is a humus? Remains of dead plants and animals that rot and mix with the soil, making it fertile. Now let's come to answer the following questions. Your first question is, how is soil made? Answer is, rocks on the earth are broken down into small pebbles by rain, flowing water and the roots of plants. These pebbles break down further to form tiny particles of soil. Now let's come to the second question. Why is soil considered to be an important natural resource? Answer is, soil is considered to be an important natural resource because all living things on the earth depend on the soil for their food and shelter. Let's come to the third question. The third question is, why is alluvial soil found in plains around rivers? Answer, alluvial soil is found in plains around rivers because rivers of the northern plains bring large quantities of silt with them. This silt is then deposited on the land around the rivers. Let's come to question 4. What makes desert soil infertile? Answer, desert soil mostly contains sand. This sandy soil cannot hold water, therefore it makes the soil infertile. Let us now come to question 5. How is black soil formed? In which parts of India do we find it? Answer, black soil is formed from the lava that comes out of volcanoes. This type of soil is found in the central and northwestern parts of the southern plateau. And question 6, how does soil erosion harm us and how can it be prevented? The answer is, soil erosion harms us by taking away the topsoil and making the land infertile. Soil erosion can be prevented by 1. Planting trees or afforestation, 2. Developing grasslands, 3. Terrace farming in hills. This concludes the bookwork and copywork of chapter 10 Soils of India. I hope you understood the chapter clearly, children. Thank you for watching the video and have a great day.